Babu, you can take over.
Okay, recording station అంటున్నారు కదా. Okay, now I got back again. I'll make Chavali Visalesh garu co-host. Can you open your video on Visalesh co-host? Then Nagaraja late అవుతుంది. Now we are ready.
Yeah, start.
So you already started recording.
Yeah.
Okay. Andariki namaskaramulu. Today is the 5th day of our classes on Mahabharatam by Dr. Nagaraja garu. So without taking much time, let us start with Vande Mataram and then Prarthana.
Vande Mataram. Vande Mataram. Sujalam Sufalam Malayaj Sitalam Sasya Syamalam Mataram Vande Mataram Sobrajosna Pulakitayamini Pullakusumita Drumadala Shobhini Suhasini Sumadhura Bhashini Sukhadam Varadam Mataram Vande Mataram Vande Mataram
Vande Mataram. Now let us request Visalash garu to chant Prarthana, please.
Sarvebhya Namaskaraha. Let us meditate for a minute. So gently close your eyes, relax your body, and focus on your breath. Oh. 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 Om Gananantva Ganapati-gum Havamahi Kavim Kavinamupamashravastamam Jyeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspat Anashunvannotibisidhasadhanam Om Shri Mahaganadhipataye Namaha Om Prano Devi Saraswati Vajebhirvajinivati Dhinamavitrayavatu Om Shri Mahasaraswatyai Namaha गुरुरेव गतिर् गुरुमेव भजे गुरुणैव सहास्मि नमो गुरवे न गुरुः परमं शिशुरस्मि गुरोः मतिरस्ति गुरौ मम पाहि गुरो ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलस्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवमुपास्महे श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः मातृदेवो भव पितृदेवो भव आचार्यदेवो भव अतिथिदेवो भव ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम्
ధన్యవాదములండి విశాలాక్షి గారు. Now let us request Dr. Nagaraja Rao garu to continue the webinar, please.
शुक्लांबरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्याये सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्. All of you, good morning. Today is the 5th day of our Mahabharata classes. It is going to end today. All these days I was trying to tell some stories and try to bring about certain facts about Mahabharata. The same way, of course, today also I would like to do it, but what is the purpose of Mahabharata? That also I would like to discuss. Purpose of Mahabharata is not only to cater to the requirement of great and that is called highly scholars and all those persons, but it is a practical book which can be applicable for any type of person, because it is the highest, what is called richest person to the poorest person also. What any person can do in order to achieve the goal of moksha. The ultimate goal of any human life is moksha, what we can tell. Purushartha sadhanas are very important. Dharma, artha, kama, moksha. In all these things, moksha is the ultimate. So in order to reach the ultimate goal of moksha, what anybody can do. That is a picture that is given by Mahabharata. That is why only it is called very, very practical book, a book of Dharma Shastra. And people also call it as a very practical book, and it can be just like that. You can read the entire Mahabharata and you can understand the entire what is that is there in Vedas and all these things. You can understand this dictums of Veda. We can understand by means of all the stories of Mahabharata. So let us see one or two stories, because story aspect I don't want to delve deep into story aspect today, because unlike the earlier classes where I was discussing the entire story in elaborate fashion and then discussing, here I will be touching upon the story aspect a little bit less story aspect and discuss about the issue that is contained in that particular story in an elaborate fashion. So today I would like to tell you what is the significance of this story is that what is the necessity of doing good things in the human life. because we will be doing good things, bad things, all those things we will be doing in the earth. This is a general human tendency. We are there and upon the earth, and as long as we are there as a gruhastu or whatever ashrama we are there, in each and every ashrama, sometimes we will be doing knowingly or unknowingly, we will be offending some person, or we will be doing some bad thing to some other person, or we will be doing good things to some other person. So what will happen to the person if he is doing good things, and if he is doing bad things? This is one aspect. The second aspect is that good things means there is a higher end good things, that is called yajnas, yagas, those type of things. Those type of things some people can't do because they don't have money. They will be poor persons or average middle class people. Then what they should do? That is the second aspect. Then they can do some dhanam, dharmam, these type of things they can do. And if that is also not possible, what is the necessity, what we should do? These type of things, by way of 2-3 stories, small stories, which we come across in Vanaparva Mahabharata and some other portions of Mahabharata also. I would like to take out these stories and try to tell upon as a few facts. Maybe a few of you must be knowing a great Pandyan king by name Indradyumna. Indradyumna story we come across in Mahabhagavatam also, we come across Mahabharatam also, it is there. And we also come across this story in Padma Purana also, it is there in Indradyumna story. Vishnu Purana also, it is there. Of course, in each place, little deviation is there, but the content is almost same only. And the story is that once upon a time there was a Dravidian king by name Indradyumna. He was ruling the country of Pandyan king. Long back, of course, before Markandeya. Markandeya is supposed to be the person who survived the Pralaya also, and he was there. That is how Mahabharata portrays Mahabharata. That is Markandeya is the eldest person upon the earth. Maybe prior to him, this Indradyumna was there. Which yuga we don't know. Which kalpa he was there we don't know. But this is Indradyumna. This Indradyumna was he was in the habit of performing yajnas, yagas continuously. Maybe almost daily there used to be yajna. And a lot of charity used to be given. Instead of charity is not a good word, to be frank, it is dhanam. Much of dhanam has been given to many persons during the course of that entire yajnas. It was going on like that. And he did it so many that it is uncountable. Sometimes it is uncountable for Indra and all these persons. Upon his death, what happened? No, he was straight away went to Indraloka, that is Swargam. And he was residing in Swargaloka for thousands and thousands of years or lakhs of years. Maybe he was there in Indraloka. And on one day it so happened that most of the persons sitting in heaven, they were saying every day Indradyumna was there. He was there as like a god only. He was there in Swargaloka. And one day Indra came and told him, Indradyumna, your punyam has got exhausted. Whatever you have done, so many things you have done, so many yajnas you have done, you are there in the Swargam for so many number of years, even uncountable number of years. Now the time has come to go back to Bhuloka. You can again born as some other person, great personality, and then you can again attain Punyaloka and you can again come back, no problem. You go to Earth. Then Indradyumna bowed his head before the Indra and told, "Oh Maharaj, I would like to tell you, because there are still, I think, I believe, my good deeds are being remembered upon the earth. I believe like that. Maybe give me a chance, so that if anybody is remembering, maybe my punyam is still there, no, like that." Indra told, "Yes, if still anybody is remembering your name, great. You can come back again. And I allow you to go like that." Then Indradyumna came back. He came back and he was searching for the oldest person that is available upon the earth. The eldest person that is available upon the earth, and ultimately he found Markandeya, because Markandeya was there, survived the Pralaya also. After that also he continues to be there. And so he went to Markandeya, and then I told Markandeya Maharshi, Namaskar, and then my name is Indradyumna, the king of Pandyans. Do you remember me, or do you know my name, like that? He told, Maharaja, this I don't know you, because I always spend my time in dhyanam, meditation and all these things. So I don't know your name, because you may be a great person, but still I don't know. Because still, maybe the person is there still. The person is actually an owl is there upon that. It is a prani. owl is there. The owl is actually, it is called Ravarakarna. It is there in Himalayan regions. I believe that it is elder to me. Let us go to that place. Then they again Markandeya assumed the form of a horse, and Markandeya sat over it, and then they again went to Pravarakarna and they asked. And Indradyumna again introduced himself and told, I am Indradyumna, do you know, like that. Then it told, I am actually old person only, because I am prior to Markandeya, but still there is one more person elder to me. Maybe that person may be knowing. That person is one person. My name Crane is there. The Crane is Nadi Janga. His name is Nadi Janga. He also lives in some other nearby only. Here he is there. So let us go there like that. They went to Nadi Janga. They went, and then the Nadi Janga, when it went there, it was the Crane was there. The Crane told, I also don't know Indradyumna Maharaja, but there is one more. This tortoise is there. The tortoise is staying in Indradyumna Lake. That I don't know. I know it. So perfectly I know it. The lake name is called Indradyumna Lake. There is one tortoise is there. The tortoise name is Akuparam. One tortoise is there. Let us go to that place. Then they went to that place. And then Indradyumna again called aloud. Oh, tortoise, please come out. My name is Indradyumna, Maharaja of Pandya. Do you know me? Something of that nature. Then it came out with tears coming, rolling down from its eyes. I am waiting for that great person only. I am waiting for that. After so many years, I am seeing you, Maharaj. Like that, it came prostrated before him, and then asked him to sit one place. And then people asked, how do you know? Then it was telling, this is the lake. No, this lake has been formed by what is called. He was giving lots and lots of cows to the people at the time of performing yajnas. The cows came here with the hoof. They were hitting the ground. When they were hitting the ground with their hoofs, what happened is that the lake has been formed here, because so much of punyam has been done by this person. It formed as a lake, and it is eternally there will be water here. The water will never get exhaust. So I am staying in this Punya Pradesha, I am staying there, and I know Indradyumna. How can we forget Indradyumna? Like that, it told. When he told like that, amazingly what happened is that Indra's chariot came there, and Matali came there. He asked Indradyumna, your name is still remembered upon that, come out like that. And Indradyumna immediately told, okay, I will leave these two persons. This is called Markandeya. All other persons who came along with me in their respective places, and I will come back. And then what happened is that he left all those persons like that, and again he went back to Swargaloka. This is one story. Let us discuss this story and then go back to some other story. What does this story tell us? The story tells that very beautiful shloka says there in Mahabharata here. And 1 minute. Here, here one thing is there. What now I have to understand is that here, if we do some good thing, you will be getting punyam. This is the thing. Normally we know it. This is called a law of inevitability, what we can call. If you do knowingly or unknowingly, if a good thing is done, you are going to get merit or punyam you will be getting. Similarly, if you are doing a wrong thing knowingly or unknowingly to some person, you will be getting demerit or papam also you will be getting. So what a person is supposed to do upon that is called persons who perform yajnas, yagas and indulge in great dhanams. They are believed to reach the place upon the death. That is there. The higher places they will be reaching. They stay there as long as their punyam is there. Once the punyam is getting adjusted, what will happen? The punyam is remembered upon that. They will be there upon the Swargaloka only. That is called, there is a beautiful shloka is there. The shloka is much, very much important to know it. That is called, I am telling it. Divam sprushati bhumim cha. Divam sprushati bhumim cha. From bhumi up to akasha. Divam sprushati bhumim cha shabda punyasya karmanaha. This person's punya is being echoed in the Swargaloka. Yavat sasyabdo bhavati tavat purusha uchyate. As long as this reverberation is there upon the Swargaloka, his punya name is being remembered by some person upon the earth, so long he can stay in the heaven. This is a very beautiful sloka. Then in the same this story, of course, this story is being told by Maharshi to Dharmaraja when they were in Vanavasa. Then Dharmaraja was curiously asking, suppose a person's bad deeds are there, some bad deeds are there, if they are remembered, what will happen? It is also an important question. As long as the person's good deeds are being remembered in Swargaloka, he can stay in Swargaloka. Then if somebody is remembering his bad deeds, suppose we have taken out the property of some person what is called unlawfully or illegally, whatever it may be, or something bad thing you have done to some other, inflicted some what is called injury to some other person knowingly, then you will be remembered. That is in the Kautilya Sartha Shastra, very beautiful shloka we come across. That is shloka says that what it says is that a person, a king is there. A king actually punishes a person, or beheads the head of a person. The son will be there. No, the son will be forgetting the death of his father also, but he will not forget the confiscation of his father's property by the king. This is so beautifully Kautilya writes. Suppose a king is there, he kills some person and takes out the property. The deceased person's son will be there. No, the son will be remembering king's confiscation of the property, but he can forget the death of his father. That is also there. He will be remembering this property has been taken over by the king, like that. So Kautilya writes like that. Here also same thing. His akirti will be always remembered upon that. Here also there is one good sloka is there. Akirtim kirtayate loke yasya bhutasya kasyachit. As long as this akirti is being remembered by some person upon this earth, what will happen is that the person has to stay in hell so long. Akirti kirtati loke yasya bhutasya kasyachit sapatat yadhamal lokan yavat shabda prakirtate. Like that prakirtate, like that it will be they will be telling. So as long as your name is being remembered badly upon this earth, you need to stay in hell. So this is the import of the story is like that. Here this is one aspect of the story. Second aspect of the story, what we can understand from this story is that this punyam and papam and all these things are actually like an exchange only. What is Swargam? Of course, you are going to Swargaloka. When you go to the Swargaloka, you have to come back from the Swargaloka. That is a law of inevitability, because as long as your punyam is there, you need to stay there. We can go to USA with that currency. With some currency, where Indian rupees will convert it into USA currency, go there for some days. But the currency is adjusted, you have to come back from USA. Similar way, the Swargaloka is also like that. You go to Swargaloka as long as your punyam is there. Once the punyam currency gets adjusted, you have to come back to India again, like that. But not that India is what is called Martyaloka and USA is what is called Swargaloka. It's not like that. I'm not telling like that. But still, just for comparison, for understanding purpose. So punya, that is why this Indradyumna story, there is for Indradyumna story, there is one good shloka is there in what is called Bhagavad Gita. It says that Shine Punye Martyalokam Vishanti. Shine Punye Martyalokam Vishanti. What does it mean? Once the punyam gets exhausted, the first line of that first shloka is Tetam Bhuktva Swargalokam Vishalam. Tetam bhuktva swargalokam vishala swargalokam, they will be enjoying. Tetam bhuktva, they enjoy. When Chine Punye Martyalokam Vishanti, like that it is there. Gita, Bhagavad Gita, it is the 9th chapter, it will come. Tetam bhuktva swargalokam vishalam Chine Punye Martyalokam Vishanti, like that they will be telling. So once the punyam get exhausted, you have to come back. So Swargalokam is not the eternal place for a human being's what is called achievement. That is why normally people will be there, I have done a good deed, meritorious deeds I have done, punyam I have done, fine for me, like that. No, it is not fine. The ultimate aim of Purusharthas is not attaining Swargaloka. Swargaloka is actually some more palatious palace compared to your small house. You go to a 5-star hotel, stay there for 5 days or 6 days in a resort on company's expense. So that is Swargaloka for you for some 5 days only. Once you come back and you have to be in your own house only. Like that, here also what the people tell is that Swargalokam Vishalam you will be enjoying for some days. Swargalokam is nothing but it is also again what is called a Bhoga Bhumi. In the Bhoga Bhumi you will be spending for some time. Once you spend in the Bhogaloka for some time, and again you have to come back to your Matyaloka only, you have to come back. Detam bhuktva Satgolokam Vishalam Chide Punye Matyalokam Vishanti. Like that they will be telling. So here also what will be important here is that the first aspect of the story is that as long as your good deeds are being remembered in Swargaloka, you can stay there. Second aspect is that as long as your bad deeds are being remembered in the higher lokas, you need to stay in hell. And moreover, the law inevitability says that both these things are what we can call what is called like a currency exchange only. So you need to stay in Swargalokam and again or hell, whatever it may be, Narakalokam, then you will come back to again Martyalokam, where you can again do karmas. You can do karmas. When do you do karmas? By good deeds you can again attain Swargaloka or Narakaloka. That is also there, please. So and again, once everything is adjusted, you have to come back. These are the things, important things that is we come across in this story. Of course, Indradyumna story is then Indradyumna, only this much only I want to tell, because much of the Indradyumna story is there, because Indradyumna, because just I just touch upon Indradyumna, this same Indradyumna we come across in Mahabharata as a person. After this Indradyumna, after spending so many years on Swargaloka, again he is born in, because again his punyam gets exhausted. Once it gets exhausted, again he is born upon the earth as Gaja. That is called elephant. That is called Gajendra Moksham story is there. No, that Gajendra Moksham story, that Gajam, that elephant is nothing but Indradyumna only. And then again, he was actually fighting with that one for that what is called crocodile for 1,000 years or 10,000 years, whatever it may be. So of course, more than 10,000 years he fought like that. And then because of his what is called good deeds he has done in the previous birth for so many number of years, the remembrance of Vishnu came to him at that particular point of time when he is about to die. That is how people tell. Because all these 1,000 years he did not get what is called the remembrance of Vishnu, he did not get. He was thinking that he was believing in his own strength and he was fighting with the crocodile. But ultimately, Sharanagata Vatsalata, that is called, he prayed for Mahavishnu and told, I am nothing now. I got exhausted. I don't have any energy to save myself. Please help me like that. That is called Arthatrayana Parayanatvam. Arthatrayana. Then he was actually, when he was crying like that, Vishnu blessed him. Vishnu blessed him in the form of all 1,000 years he did not come because he was fighting on his own. Why should Vishnu come? He did not come. So once the Shishya or disciple, whoever it may be, falls on the feet of God, then only Vishnu will be coming and he will be blessing him. That is also there. So he comes there at that time and then he blesses it, kills the crocodile and saved elephant. This story is also there we come across, and of course Mahabhagavatam we come across. And apart from that, historically also if you see that Indradyumna is actually, who is Indradyumna? Indradyumna is still being remembered in Orissa area. Orissa. If we go to Orissa area, we find Indradyumna Lok even now also. Puri is there. No, Puri is a great place for us. If we go to Puri, very near to Puri, if we want to see the crocodile lake is there. If you ask, people will be taking you to the crocodile lake. They will just show you the crocodile lake and come back, and they don't never tell the story of Indradyumna. That is the problem, because nobody knows the background of all these stories. Most of the persons. I also went initially when I went to Orissa first time, and I was just like that, went to a crocodile lake, saw it and came back only, because nobody told that it is Indradyumna lake. Subsequently, when somehow suddenly I was when the Mahabharata story is being read, there is one Tirtha Yatra Parvam is there in Mahabharata. In Tirtha Yatra Parvam, each and every Tirtham that is available in India, more than 300 Tirthas in India are described by Markandeya Maharshi and Lomasha Maharshi and also some other Rishi, Narada Maharshi. They will be discussing with Dharmaraja that this is a Tirtha which you go there and you will be attain this punya like that. More than 300 Tirthas. Small places, big places, they were describing. At that time, they were mentioning the Indradyumna Tirtha. They were also mentioning that it is the eastern part of India like that. Then I was actually trying to find out where it is there like that. Then ultimately I found that it is Indradyumna lake is nothing but crocodile forest, crocodile lake only. Then Google and all these places, I searched where is Indradyumna lake. Then I found that this is a lake which I saw earlier. Again, when I went to Orissa, I went to that particular spot and asked some people, local people there, and then what is this lake? What is the significance of that? Then they were telling me maybe thousands of years back, people tell Indradyumna Lake it is there. Indradyumna was at the time this Para was there here only. Like that, people will be narrating the story. And you believe it or not, Vishnu blessed him in this particular spot, maybe some 300 kilometers from that place down south. We come across Srikakulam is there. There we can Adikurma temple is there. That is also very near to that place. So after that, Vishnu came after blessing Indradyumna in the form of that Gaja, next year birthday. Gaja and that crocodile they fought together in that particular lake. When that took place, then Vishnu came to that place, southern place, and then he stayed in Adikurma Avatara. He was there in Srikakulam, like that people will be telling. This is, of course, Indradyumna story. Of course, this is the sidelines of the story, not connected to our main purpose. Fine. And I think the time I will just see. Still 7 o'clock only. Then we come across, then this is one story of Indradyumna. Okay, what we come across so far is that Indradyumna is a great person. He was a king, Pandyan king. He did all this, what is called tapas and all the yajnas and all he has done. By virtue of doing so many yajnas and giving so many things, he could attain Swargaloka. But again, he has to come back to what is called Bhuloka. Bhuloka, he has to come back and he has to spend his life. Then all people upon this normal human life, we can't do, because I, you and all these persons may not be having that much anyway, what is called money or wealth to perform yajnas and yagas. For this type of persons, what we should do? So here again in the Vanaparva also we come across one more story. Yudhishthira on one day, on one occasion, Vedavyasa happens to visit to him. When Vedavyasa comes to him, Yudhishthira was asking, Mahabhava, I would like to ask you one question. There are people who are doing yajnas, yagas, and doing lot of meritorious deeds, dharmic deeds they are doing. Then here dharmic they are doing all those things. Tapas they are doing. There are few people who are doing tapas. But what I would like to ask you is that which is great? Dhanam is great, or doing this type of yajnas, yagas, and then they're also doing the dhanam is great, or tapas is great. Which is great in your opinion, like that? Vedavyasa was telling that, Maharaja, I would like to tell you one thing. A great king giving great amounts of charity or dhanam is as equivalent to a very small poor person giving a little to some other person is also equally important. And again, one more thing I would like to tell you, Dharmaraja, thing is that Dhanam and Dharmam, both if you take into consideration, Dhanam, that giving of something to other person with a nonchalant mood, that is called without any anxiety and all these things, in my opinion, that is greater than what is called tapas also. What is tapas? Tapas means people who do sannyasam. The people take sannyasam, karma sannyasam. Karma sannyasam, people take out the sannyasam and they will go to the forest and sit there and meditate, something of that nature. Sannyasam and Guhastashram, giving the danas and dharmas, which is great again. So then Vedavyasa again telling is that, see, Dharmaraja, I will tell you one thing. One person has taken sannyasam. Sannyasam means he has renounced everything. Some nyasam. Nyasam means to keep in one place like that. Nyasam means that he is keeping his mind in some particular dhyana avastha, and then he will be renouncing the world, entire karmas, karma sannyasam. He will be what is called renouncing all the karmas, and he will be staying in the forest, and then he will be depending for food and all these things. He will rely upon some person. Alms he will take, bichha he will take whatever food that is available, and then he will be spending his time totally fully on dhyana and meditation, tapas only. So that is great. Or this is great. Vedavyasa is telling that that person has done it only one time. He has sannyasam, he has done everything on one spot, he has decided and renounced everything and he went out. But there is the Grihastha who is sitting here. This person actually, he will be doing it, he has to do it every day. Every day he has to do dana. One day he has done some danam, and again tomorrow he is not doing danam. No use. Every day, morning he has to do, afternoon he has to do, evening also he has to do. So what happens is that this person, wavering mind, he should not have the wavering mind. All the time he will be giving, whatever, what little he is having. That is why this is greater than the tapas also. Giving Dhanam is also greater than tapas. And again, Dhanam, you need not to get great Dhanams like Indradimna. Indradimna has given because he is a king. He has extracted money from the people he has given, but for what happens to small people? Then he begins to tell one more story. And for your sake, I will be telling one story. Let us please listen to the story like that. He started telling the story of Mudgala Maharshi. Mudgala Maharshi, maybe some of the audience here, maybe some people's Gotra must be Maudgalyasa Gotra, maybe there. The Maudgalyasa Gotra has come from the story of Mudgala Maharshi only. This Mudgala Maharshi story is also very, very important because, and I think Mudgala Maharshi story I come across only in Mahabharata and other places I did not come across. Unlike Indradimna story, maybe Mudgala, maybe there I don't know because Puranas are great voluminous books. Maybe some place it must be there, but I have not seen it anyway. Mudgala Maharshi. Once upon a time, they lived. The Veda Vyasa is narrating this story to Dharmaraja, and Mudgala Maharshi was there. He was extremely wise person, a righteous person, and one more thing is that he was very, very, very poor person. He was living a life of penury. Penury means very poor background, and frugal means of living. He was there, and he was doing Shiloncha Vritti, Shila Vritti and Uncha Vritti like that. We come across in some places of Mahabharata and Ramayana. So we come across this Shila Vritti and Shilo Vritti and Shila Vritti and Uncha Vritti. Put together Shiloncha Vritti. What is Shilo Vritti? Shilo Vritti is actually picking up the grains from the forsaken lands. That is called the people, farmers will be there. They harvest their land. Once they harvest the land, what will happen is that they take out all the harvest as far as possible. They take out all the grains and everything. They go away. Once they go, still there will be some 1 or 2 grains will be there here and there. So here and what will happen is that this person, any person who goes there and picks the grains and use the grain from the field for the purpose of his food, that is called Shilo Vritti. Uncha Vritti means what is Uncha Vritti? Similar type only. But here what they will be picking up is that instead of grain will be there in Telugu we call it as kanki. That is called big one will be there now. This ragi and maize and all this will be actually stuck to one small one. That is called uncha or uncha vritti. If that is picked up and again grain is taken out from that, and then that is called uncha vritti. Spikes, what we can call. The picking up grains from the spikes is called uncha vritti, spike. They will be taking out the grain and then they will be eating it. This Mudgala Maharshi was in the habit of doing like that. What he was doing is that on every Amavasya and every Amavasya, what he was doing is that he was taking food. And every Purnima he was taking. All other days he was not taking any food at all. All these another 14 days, whatever it may be, he used to spend in collecting all these things because he was always meditating only, doing some good deeds. And then again he goes to some forsaken lands. He will be going there and pick up all those things. And on Purnima Rose, he used to cook the food. And then after cooking the food, he used to give it for an Atithi. Without Atithi, he was not eating at all. After giving it, he was eating and his wife was eating and all these persons were eating like that. His charity or dhanam was so great that it spread, his fame spread to the level of Swargaloka also. Indra used to come there all the time and he used to participate whatever yajna he was doing and whatever bhojanam he was giving, he used to take that bhojanam because he was taking that bhojanam and he was going away and then subsequently Dimna was eating. Only once in 15 days he was eating to the extent. Believe it or not, this type of people used to be there. We don't know. We nowadays we can't believe because most of the persons for us even doing upavasa for 1 day is also a great task. Sometimes we'll be finding out so many exceptions. Milk can be taken, fruit can be taken, this can be taken, that can be taken. Only rice we don't take, and this type of so many things. Chapati can be taken, like that. So many things we will be actually inventing so many other things to avoid actually the actual upavasa. But upavasa is actually upavasa. But it is staying nearer to the God. That is more important. All our mind and all these things. Upa means sit. Vasam, where it is near the feet of God. We need to be there. Our mind will be totally concentrated on the feet of Vishnu or God, whoever it may be, and then we have to be concentrating on that only. Because we are concentrating on the feet of God, we forget food. That is the idea here. Because when we do upavasa, Shivaratri we do upavasa. Why do we say we do upavasa? The significance is that because Shiva is appearing on that day, we are so happy on that day. When we are so, we have to feel like that. If we feel like that, that thing will be done upon us, done upon us. Because the Shiva is coming on that day, we are so happy that we forget taking food. In that way, the upavasa has come into the picture. But nowadays, Shivaratri means what tomorrow we will be planning what we should do for Shivaratri. We will be planning today only. That is called avalakki. We have to do whatever it may be. Then we will be preparing all those things in the morning, and then we perform the puja. So here it is not like that. Here Mudgala and all these persons were concentrating on the feet of God for 14 days. And only here and there, now for some few minutes or few hours, they used to go pick the grains and come back. And then on Purnima day or Amavasya day, they used to cook it. And after giving food to some other person, Atithi, they were eating. This is a thing they were doing. This is the significance of Upavasa. Once this is being done, what happens is that on that day, one day, the story of Mudgala went up to Durvasa. Durvasa is a great rishi. He wanted to test this person. He wanted to test this person. He came on Purnima day. He came. When he came on the Purnima day, this man prepared the food. He invited Durvasa Maharshi, gave all the food to him. Durvasa was eating, and he completely adjusted everything, not leaving any small grain also to his family or to him, and then he left. And again, after then again Amavasya he came. Again when he came Amavasya, again he prepared the food like that only, served the food to the Durvasa without any anxiety in his face. He invited him with all greatness. That what is called, he called him, invited him, asked him to sit in one place, and he was giving like that. And then and with all what is called, with all the virtues he was giving. And again Purnami he came, like that he came for 6 times he came. All the 6 times Durvasa was eating everything, and this man was not at all feeling any bad about him. He was always respecting him and asked him to come there, sit there, and he was giving the entire food for him, and he was keeping. Then Durvasa actually told one thing. See, here in upon this birth, the Chuda is there, no Chuda. Chuda means it is called thirst for food. Thirst for food, that hunger. Hunger is the greatest thing which leads a man to do sins. This is the thing. There's a beautiful shloka is there, of course, not required. So many shlokas not required. Chudartha Sangnam, like that one shloka is there in Mahabharata. Anyway, leave it to the shloka. And he was feeling that this Chuda is such a great thing that it can make any person to commit sin. Even the person who does not want to do sin, he will be committing the sin. We come across great stories like that. Now, Veda went to what is called Varanasi. When he went to Varanasi, he was not getting food for 3 days. Then he wanted to curse Kashi, the Kshetra itself. This type of stories we come across. Great persons also will fall into the great depths by virtue of this Chuda. But you are the person who is not perturbed by hunger, and you are still giving only. You are a great person. You deserve to be there in heaven for number of years, thousands and thousands of years. You deserve to be there like that. He told. Once he was pronouncing like that, the chariot of Indra came down there. People were surprised. Mudgala saw that chariot. He was also very happy. And then the Matali came out and he was telling Varushi, by you are a person, you have got lot of merit now. Merit means punyam, you got it. And then you can pass through the gates of heaven without any interruption. You can go there. You can just go there. You can dwell in. You are all these days, you are dwelling in dharma, truth, dhamma, shama, and all these things you are there. So you are eligible to become a person who can worthy to be there in heaven for any number of years, more number of years, like that he told. Then Mudgala wanted to ask, okay, Surgaloka, I'm really happy you have come here upon the orders of Indra. I'm grateful to Indra also, but would like to know what is heaven. If I go there, what I can see in heaven. He was not, because the great persons will not be on seeing certain thing. You will not be so anxious to go immediately. Okay, let me sit in the chariot to go there, spend my time. It's not like that. What is Surgaloka? Then he was asking, Swargaloka description is there, very beautiful is there in Mahabharata. He was asking, what is Swargaloka? How it will be there? And how people can be there? And is it a permanent loka? Like that he was asking. Then Matali began to tell Indradyumna, I would like to tell about heaven. Heaven assures you happiness. It assures you pleasure. That is there. And there will not be, believe it or not, there will not be any hunger. There will not be any thirst in Swargaloka. It is actually, it is a Sukhalokam or Bhoga Bhumi. It is a Bhoga Bhumi. People who committed Punyam, who have done Punyam will be coming there and they will be enjoying the Punyam only there. There will not be any unhappiness upon the Swargalokam. Bhuloka, you find all this, it is called unhappiness will be there, happiness will be there, rich will be there, poor will be there, all these things will be there. But when if you go there, it is not like that. It is a Punya Loka only. It is not, you need not do any karma there. It is not a karma bhumi, it is actually punya bhumi. Punya bhumi, it is actually sukha bhumi or bhoga bhumi, it is there. Compared to bhuloka. Bhuloka is a karma bhumi, it is there. Karma bhumi, you have to come there, do activities every day, and there is no necessity of doing any act at all. Just enjoy the beach, just enjoy the flowers, just enjoy the what is called the beauty of the nature, just enjoy. Happily you can enjoy entire Swargaloka. Then once your punyam is getting exhausted, then you have to come back to Amartya Loka again, Barna. Then he was asking, then still after going to heaven, should I come back? Yes, yes, you have to come back. Because once your punyam is exhausted, you have to come back. But heaven is not the permanent place. Like that he told. Then he was, Mudgala was not willing to go to that loka. He was telling Madali, I would like, I don't know much about all these things, but here, is there any loka where there is permanency will be there? Permanence means if we go there we can be staying there happily, we can stay there. What is that loka can be told? Then he was telling, Mudgala was telling, Swarga is actually again a step further than Bhuloka, higher loka only. Then you have to come back here only. But what you have to do is that you have to be Nirmama, Nirahankara, Nirdvandva, Samyatendriya. If you be like that, Dhyana Yoga Paraschaiva, Tatra Gachanti Manavaha, Tatra means some more shlokas are there. The shlokas he will be mentioning about Vishnu Loka or what we can call Moksha, or if you compare it like that, Vishnu Loka is that particular spot. What you have to do for that? You have to be Nirmama, Nirahankara, Nirdvandva, Samyatendriyaha. All these qualities are there mentioned here. What you have to do is that you need not to do great yagnas, yagas, nowhere it is mentioned here. What is more important is that you should have any ego. You should in mamakara. Mamakara is actually this is mine, this is yours, like that. Nirmama, Nirahankara. There should not be any ego, should not be there. There should not be any attachment, should be there. Nirdvandva, which means that you should be the duality should be there, and then you should be focusing on God only. Sanyati Indriya, Indriya Nigraha should be there. That is called Shama Dhamma. Titisha, all these things you should be there. And Dhyana Yoga Paraschaiva, you have to be concentrating your mind totally on Dhyana only. Then Tatra Gachanti Manavaha. Tatra means earlier slokas it is mentioned as Vishnu Loka, you will be going to that place. That is the permanent place where you can go like that. Then Mudgala happily told, Oh Matali, please tell Indra that I am not willing to come to that place. And I would like to be spending my time on Dhyana Yoga only here afterwards. I will do charity. After doing charity continuously, I will be meditating on charity. In this Dhyana Yoga only I will be there. And by means of that, I may be getting Vishnu Loka like that. And he wanted to do like that. And Matali went back. When he went back, what happened is that here, there is one more shloka is there. Dhyana Yogat Balam Labdhva. With Dhyana Yoga, he got the Balam. Real Balam means not actually the physical strength, that is spiritual strength. Dhyana Yogat Balam Labdhva Prapya Buddhi Manuttamam. So he got Buddhi, that is called intellect, he got Jagama Shashwatim Siddhim Param Nirvana Lakshanam, like that. He attained that Swargalo, that is called Nirvana. He attained Nirvana or Moksham he attained. So this is one aspect of the story. Here also there is one shloka is there. What is the shloka is that the Bhagavad Gita we come across this shloka. And here you will be doing karmas, you will be doing. Once you do the karmas, what will happen is that because Manava Loka, we have to do karmas we have to do. Every day we have to perform certain karma you will be performing. Karma bhumi, that is why it is called karma bhumi. Bhuloka is called karma bhumi. Unlike Swargaloka, which is called bhoga bhumi. There you will be only enjoying. Here we have to do, again you have to come back to Martyaloka and you have to do the normal activities only. Here there are two aspects we have to understand. Karma, what is meant by karma? Karma doesn't mean what you call every day-to-day activities like going to office, performing your employment duties. Normally, many people nowadays, particularly this management people. I was also in the management field on this teaching for MBA people. At the time, I used to come across, there are some people used to tell them that I was getting one professor used to argue with me, doing karma and forgetting the karma phala, how it is possible like that. Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana, like that, how it is possible, like that he was telling. That the thing is that here, karma, when it is mentioned is in our scriptures and all these places, it doesn't mean this type of activities, which means that you do one sort of, we go to office, do work for 30 days, they don't expect salary. It is not karma yoga. That is not mentioned in Bhagavad Gita or either place. You have to take salary only because you are working and you have to take salary only. Those type of karmas are not mentioned in karma. It will not count as karma. Karma is, what is karma? Nitya karma, naimittik karma, the karmas that are vihita karmas that are mentioned in Shastras. Nitya karma, naimittika karma, these type of karmas, and they also doing what called dharmika karmas, like yajnas, yagas, naimittika karmas, this type of karmas, if you do, then you will be getting this punya or papa, whatever it may be. That is called your law of inevitability will be coming into the picture and you will be attaining. So this is how this has to be understood, karma. And once you do the good things, you will be going to Swargaloka. Come back, what will happen is that this is called actually you have to perform this type of dharmic deeds you have to perform, and again by virtue of performing the dharmic deeds, if dharmic deeds are great, you will be going to Swargaloka again, you will be going to the Narakaloka. And once these things get adjusted there, this exchange is getting adjusted there, again you have to come back to the Matyaloka, and again this karma bhumi you have to perform the karma. Then one more thing here we have to understand is that this karma. What is karma? Karma bhumi here. This is Bhuloka is called karma bhumi. There are some people even now equate that only Bharata Desha is karma bhumi, other places are not karma bhumi. This is also their place. This also we have to understand very, very clearly. In Vishnu Puranam, there is, of course, there is a reference stating that Bharata bhumi is a karma bhumi, like that. One shloka we come across, but doesn't mean that Bharata Desha alone is a karma bhumi. So those who believe in karma theory, that is called, if you do great things, you go to great, you will be getting Swargaloka, or bad things, bad loka. And again, law of karma says that after this birth, you need to born again as one more birth you have to take, depending upon your Sanchita karma, Prarabdha karma, and all this is you have to come back like that. That karma theory, whoever believe and whoever do this karmas, that all these things, all these persons, all these wherever they do like that, if they do in USA also it is a karma bhumi, if they do in Australia also it is a karma bhumi. That is what I believe and what people also tell. The thing is that here karma bhumi doesn't mean only Bharata Desha is a karma bhumi. That is why here only we have to come. Not like that. You believe all these things. As long as you believe whatever dictums that are there, Shastrokta Vidhi, whatever that is there, those things you are following everywhere, wherever you are there, you are following. Then you are karma bhumi only, you are in that particular spot, your place itself is a karma bhumi, and you have to iha yat kriyate karma in this loka, whichever place, iha yat kriyate karma tat paratropa bhujyate karma bhumi riyam bruhan phala bhumi rasau mata, like that it is there in Mahabharata we come across still, which means that whichever place you do these karmic deeds, and again you will be attaining this the Swargaloka or Punyaloka, or you are going beyond all this is like Mudgala. This is all called what we can call, because this is the only place where you are finding about, you can mold your own destiny. If you want to go to Swargaloka, you can go to Swargaloka. If you want to go to Narakaloka, you can go to Narakaloka. If you want to attain moksha, you can attain moksha. All these things are actually possible only in karma bhumi only, not in Swargaloka. Person sitting in Swargaloka can't attain moksha. Again, he have to come back here only, and then he has to attain moksha. That is also their place. All these things we have to understand. Then this is about karma bhumi aspect. Then Dhyanam. Dhyanam, if you do Dhyanam, can you attain Vishnu Loka? This is also a question, because all these questions are very intricate questions which we come across in Bhagavad Gita. We come across here. Vishnu will be telling in 10th chapter of Mahabharata. That is actually one shloka is there. That shloka is Tesham satatayuktanam bhajatam pritipurvakam. Tesham satatayuktanam bhajatam pritipurvakam dadami buddhiyogam tam yena mamupayanti te, like that he will be telling. Here what is the implication is that he is telling that here this the background of this shloka also we have to understand in order to understand the actual way to attain moksha lokam. There are you come across, there are some people who will be telling, I am spiritual but not religious. This is actually a famous sentence. People will be telling like that. Spiritual but not religious, people will be telling. That is actually, it is an oxymoron, what I can call. Oxymoron means, oxymoron we come across in English literature we come across. Oxymoron is something which can't, actually there are two words juxtaposed together to make a greater meaning, but these two cannot match at any point of time. That is called oxymoron, because what we can call what is called wretched beauty. Wretched beauty means beauty, you are telling that she is beautiful, but it is wretched beauty. That is called Shakespeare also will be using like that. That is called I could not recollect it immediately. This is what we can call sometimes you will be telling very what is called a known person or very close person. You call it in a singular name, something of that nature, something of that nature. Or climbing up, if you tell like that. Climbing means going up, climbing down, you tell. Down is one thing, climbing is one more thing. Two things are coming together. Then what is one more meaning is coming about climbing down has some other meaning. That is called, this type of thing is called oxymoron. Here also same thing. Spiritual but not religious is not possible also. It is spiritual. In order to be spiritual, there should be religiosity should be there. That is why only Bhagavad Gita tells. Bhagavad Gita is there in Mahabharatam. That is why only I am telling Bhagavad Gita, a little bit Bhagavad Gita today. Last day, no, that is why. Here, a person, what he has to do is that karma yoga is actually, it is actually elementary school level. Elementary school level means people suddenly, if I tell somebody that like that, you be there in dhyana yoga, not possible. What is more important is that in order to become to that stage, what is more important is that you should have some chitta shuddhi you should have. How can you attain chitta shuddhi? That is a purity of mind. Purity of mind, how it can come? Purity of mind will not come by reading just textbooks. Textbooks, if you read purity of mind, I have got, because of this reason I am spiritual. Just like that, I have given some dhanam to some person, poor person, I have given 100 rupees. That I am spiritual. Giving 100 rupees to pure person, coming back and doing all bad things is not like that. Here, karma, whatever karma you do, whatever karma means whatever activity you do. In the modern sense also, if you take, because that is according to Shastra, only yajnas, yagas, these type of things only can be counted as karmas. Or otherwise, if you take normal routine activities also, if you take whatever activity you take, without any ahankara and mamakara, are you doing those type of things? Ahankara, mamakara means, I have done this, I have done this. Do some activity the morning and then say, because of me only it is being done. Because I am there in the office is running. If I am not there, office goes west. Nobody is there. If I am not going for one day also, office cannot function. This type of activity, thinking that he is the only person who is moving the entire thing in the earth like that. People will think like that. That is called ahankara. Then mamakara means, and he is my person, he is the other person. Like that, if you begin to think, ahankara, mamakaras, if those are there, the karmas, even if you do also, even if you do great karma also, and you can't get what is called punyam, you don't get it. If you give some dhanam and take a photo for that particular spot, then you don't get punyam. That is also there, please, because there are three types of dhanam is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita. One, to Rajasika, Sattvika dhanam, Rajasika dhanam, and Tamasika dhanam, like that he will be mentioning. Shraddha Traya Vibhaga Yoga, like that it is there. There he will be mentioning like that. So here thing is that if you do with Sattvika Buddhi, that is called, go to Mantralaya, sponsor food for the entire people on that day, people who have visited that there, and tell the organizers that don't mention my name if you go to that level. That is called Satvika Dhanam. There are some of Rajasika Dhanam. Rajasika Dhanam means what will be there. That he also do that great activity, Dhanam he will do. After doing the Dhanam, but still he wants his name to be there. That is called, name should be there. My name, please mention my name. They will mention name. I will give some, for the purpose of constructing a temple, I will give 1 lakh rupees. Then I expect that my name should be there in the board. That is called Rajasika Dhanam. And there are some Tamasika Dhanam is there. Tamasika Dhanam is only for the purpose of pleasing other persons. I want to get elected for the next elections. What I do is that I give some charity, take photos and all those things, and keep the pictures, videos, and all this is keep on posting in my social media, and then I will be impressing upon the people that these are the great things I have done. The purpose of doing dhanam is not for the purpose, real purpose. The purpose is for the purpose of the next election only. This is called tamasika dhanam. This type of dhanams, it is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita. So here, if you do those type of dhanam, there is no use. You are not spiritual person. What is more important is that you have to do karma with Ishwararpana Buddhi. Because whichever activity you are doing, good thing, bad thing, whatever it may be, Mahanbhava, this is what I have done today. This is actually, I have not done it. Because by virtue, you have given me the energy, that is why I have done it. In your name only I have done it. It is not mine. My name should not appear anywhere at any point of time if what are doing the dhanam. You feel like that, then that is called karma yoga. What will happen is that karma yoga, you do karma, at the same time you renounce all the karmas in the name of Ishvara Arpana Buddhi. That is called karma yoga. And if you do like that, continuously do some great things, and give something great, you go to some place, teach some people, all the freely you can teach Bhagavad Gita and all these things or whatever it may be, teach, come back again with free mind. Don't think that today I have done a great thing. Don't think like that. Ishwararpana Buddhi, it is your duty to do like that, think like that. It is a duty given up, ordained by God like that. If you begin to think like that, what will happen is that you are actually a person, you are attaining what we can call Chitta Shuddhi only here, still elementary stage only. Getting Chitta Shuddhi, that is called giving something and forgetting that, or doing some help and forgetting like that, that is called Chitta Shuddhi. By virtue of Chitta Shuddhi, what will happen? The Chitta Shuddhi will give you what is called Dhyana. That will enable you to concentrate on Dhyanam. Dhyanam and also Bhakti. That is called Yesham Satata Yuktanam Bhajatam Priti Purvakam. Then the Dhyana will be coming. That is called intermediate stage or degree stage. Then what will happen is that the degree stage, when you are in the habit of doing Dhyanam, by virtue of doing all the karmic deeds in Ishwara Arpana Buddhi, then what will happen is that then Buddhi will be done upon you by the God. God will be giving, God will not appear before you by that. And he, what he will be doing is that he will give you the discriminating intellect. By virtue of Jnana Yoga, then he will be understanding what is what. Then Dadami Buddhi Yogam Tam. With that, what you will be having is that you will be becoming eligible for Mumukshatvam. That is called Moksham. You may be attaining Moksham because of that reason and all this. The Karma Yoga is only a ladder by means of which you will be attaining Chitta Shuddhi. By means of getting Chitta Shuddhi, that is one more place only in the ladder, step only in the ladder. And then you will be going to further level. There you will be getting Dhyanam. Then after Dhyanam, Buddhi will be daning upon you by virtue of God's grace. And then with that grace, you may be reaching to the higher level. But at any point of time, any fall is there, you will fall down heavily. And then again you have to go up. That is why only very few people will be attaining to that stage. So this is called, this is an import of Bhagavad Gita, which we come across in Mahabharatam. Then again, in this story, what we come across is that earlier story, Indradyumna story is there. Indradyumna story, what we understood, if we do meritorious, great people can do Indradyumna, can do those type of things. But what happens to the poor people? Poor people, this is the answer. The answer is that you also do Dhanam, you can do. Dhanam you can do. Go to higher levels. You can cross even Indradyumna also. So that is why only who is a rich person? That is called a rich form. One great gentleman is there, and he will be used to tell. What he tells is that the person who is rich, the person is not rich who gives much. The person is rich who the rich person who gives whatever little he is having, that is more important. Whatever little he is having, if he is giving, that is called great thing. That is why only in our all the shastras, what is delineated is that 1/6 of your earnings, whatever your earning is there, if you are a great person, 1/6 of your earning should be kept out for dhanam. That should be there. Small person, even if a poor person begging also, that person also 1/6 of his portion should be given as dhanam. Remaining only he has to eat. Otherwise, he is only stena evacha. Stena means he is actually a thief only. And without giving to other persons, and if he is taking, he is actually stealing the resources of earth. He is only a thief only. Like that also, one more sloka is there in Bhagavad Gita. So these are the things we have to understand from these two stories. And one story, first story, what we told, great persons can go like that. What about the small persons? Small persons, you do dhanam, you do some other things, whatever little is there. Okay, I am telling, dhanam also it is not possible. I don't any earning anything at all. Just the Google means only because I have to sustain my life. In this loka, it is not possible also. If you tell like that, then what is mentioned here is that go to Tirtha Yatras. So many things are there. That is why only in Mahabharata we come across Tirtha Yatra Parvam is there. In Tirtha Yatra Parvam again Dharmaraja will be asking, that is called Loma Samharshi will be asking Mahanubhava, you have come from Swargaloka and Indra's order you have come, and you are telling me that we have to go to Tirtha Yatra. What is the purpose of going to Tirtha Yatra? Then he tells, what he is telling is that there are different ways of attaining mukti. Thing is that Tirtha Yatra people, some people will be telling that by virtue of Tirtha Yatra, what is there? God is there. There also it is there. Here also it is there. This is called Sushka Vedanta. People will be telling, some people will be telling, God is there everywhere. Why we should go? There are some great people also, Pravachana Kartas people will be telling, some Pravachana Kartas particularly they will be telling, not required to go like that. But Mahabharata, it is specifically mentioned that there are people who are rich people, they can do those type of great activities. And little medium people, what they can do, whatever little they are there, they can give charity. And also those people who will be having lot of Indriya Nigraha, that is control over their senses, control over their Chuda, those type of persons can do, like Mudgala Marshi. Mudgala Marshi is also a poor person. Still, he is having that Shama, Dama, Indriya Nigraha, and all these things he is there. He can control his anger, because of this reason he can give. But there are people like us who can't control hunger also, what we can do. Then there, for them, is prescribed that you go to different Tirtha Yatras, not necessarily in second class AC trains or flight and all this is, you walk through and go there to different places. Who will prevent you? No, not like that. You go to different places. Why? Because by virtue of going to that places, Tirthas, Tirtha means the place where this water confluence will be there. There, if you go there and take a dip into the water and come back, this was the place. Earlier, there are so many Maharshis and all those persons visited this place, and they have taken dip in this water, this particular water, Tirtha. Because of this reason, the Tirtha has some sort of eminence is there. That importance is there for that. So here, sometimes people will tell you what importance is there. Here I will tell you one thing. This is actually the great argument. There are normally people who write articles in journals. Because I was a professor in some university, there I was seeing. They will be saying, they will be writing articles. Then how many people have seen this article is more important. That is called, if that is there, that article is great. And otherwise the article is not great. So that is where what impact factor, they will be telling. What is the impact factor for the journal, the people will be telling. How many people will be visiting, seeing that journal? Why impact factor is required? Because more and more number of people have seen this, means that has actually the great significance is there. So here also same thing. In the Tirtha Yatra, if we go there, Kashi, why we go to Kashi? Kashi is a lot of impact factor is there in the modern terminology. Modern terminology, impact factor. Impact factor means great many people have visited that particular spot. That is why I'm telling, because if you write an article, publish it in some small place, some journal, it will not be recognized by people. Is a journal, no use of that journal. You publish it in Harvard journal, a great journal. Why Harvard journal? We believe that it has a lot of impact factor, because many people will see Harvard journal. That is, it is great. Even bad things also written also. Harvard is great, not like our journals. Our organizer, RSS people will be running, not great. Our word is great. People will be feeling like that there's a bad thing only. Because whichever place it is written, what is the worth of that article is more important. But why we consider that Harvard journal or some other university journal great means it has large impact factors there. Here also same thing. If you go to Tirtha Yatra, Kashi, if you are going there, or Pushkar, you are going there doing Yatra deep in the water, that has it. This value is there. So it has impact factor is there. So you need to go there, do that activity and come back. For this, you don't require any money. What you have to require is that because only dedication is required. Dedication is there means you can go there. Dedication is there. Walk through all the places. Yenugula Veera Swami is there in Andhra Pradesh particularly. Yenugula Veera Swami, if you type Yenugula Veera Swami like that in Google, you come across one person. I think he has gone from Guntur area, some area of Andhra Pradesh. He went up to Varanasi and 3 months they went like that on foot only. And whatever the experiences he has seen up to Varanasi and what he has seen in Varanasi, he has put out in a book that is available in net also. It is available. You can see it. Yenugula Veera Swami. Like that, if you type, it will be coming. So like that, there are people used to go like that. That type of attitude, or can we develop that type of attitude in order to attain moksha? That is also more important. Why I was telling all these things is that in the beginning of my lecture, I was telling that Mahabharata is a very practical book, catering to the requirement of any type of person upon that. The Lokika people means like people like us. It is not necessarily meant for the purpose of higher end people, middle class people, lower class people, still lower class people, whatever it may be. All these type of persons, it will be catering to the requirement. That is why the Mahabharata is the greatest book upon the whatever is existing at the literature that is available with 1 lakh shlokas of Mahabharata and 25 shlokas, 25,000 shlokas of Harivamsa put together, 1,25,000 shlokas. Great, rich, voluminous book that has been given out to us by Veda Rishis, and we have to read this book. And my appeal is that all of you read the original book of Mahabharata and you understand so many insights in Mahabharata. And you feel after certain age that now have you not, if you have not read so far, you feel that my life has been wasted for so many number of years if I don't read Mahabharata. To that extent, you begin to feel like that. Don't read Mahabharata from the what is called TVs, serials and all these things. TVs and serials have their limitations. What is more important is that you have to see the original text of Mahabharata, try to understand original text of Mahabharata, at least translations, whatever it may be. And here and there, good shlokas you find out. Try to understand the meaning of the shlokas to some persons. What is the meaning of this shloka, and then you can come the high riches you can find in Mahabharata. With this, I would like to conclude because in the initial first lecture, I was telling the introduction of about Mahabharata, and in the 4 classes, in the subsequently in the 3 classes, I was giving brief insights of Mahabharata, and maybe today, what is actually Mahabharata is containing, how it is catering to the requirements of different types of people. That I try to explain because my own limitations of my knowledge, I can't do justice to Mahabharata. Mahabharata is still great book. Whatever I told is very little only, maybe a grain in the what is called in the entire so big sand of huge sand heap. In that one grain only I have taken out and I have explained. And if you go deep, you will understand much more. With this, I would like to close my lecture today and open for another 7:45, 15 minutes is there. And anybody can ask any question if you want.
ధన్యవాదములండి. It is a great motivational concluding lecture. Thank you. One question is there in the chat box, CC Babu garu.
Yeah. What is the just a minute? What greatness about the uncha seeds? Sacredness of uncha seeds.
Seed is not uncha. The sacredness is not there, sir. Uncha vritti is actually go to the place. Farmer will be there. He will be harvesting. Once he harvests, he will be taking all the harvest as far as possible. He will take, but he can't take everything because 1 or 2 grains will be there. The grain is picking up the grain is called uncha vritti. Only that one.
Okay.
That has no significance. It is only
Right.
picking up. The activity is great. The
Right.
activity is not is great. Not that particular grain is great. Grain is normal grain only. He picks up that grain, which means that He doesn't go even for Bicha also he will not go. Bicha also he doesn't want to go. Only discarded waste land he will go, pick up the grains and come back. That is called Shilo Vritti. Uncha Vritti means picking up the spikes. Maybe here and there some spike will be there for which 1 or 2 grain is getting attached. That he will pick up and come back. Even he does not go for Bicha also he will not go. To that extent. If it is available, he will cook. Otherwise, he will not cook. That is
Okay.
it, sir. Yes, sir.
With reference to Indrajumna episode, can we deduce that Punarjanma is inevitable
Hmm.
after
Yes, sir.
exhaustion of punya and papa for anyone?
Yes,
The
sir.
second question is, if one is to be born again, then why one should perform abdikams to our elderly when they depart?
So here, once punya is exist, you come back and punarjanma is there because karma theory basically believes in punarjanma. Punarjanma theory, if it is not there, why punarjanma theory is there means here also people will tell Vedantic people will be telling particularly that all these things are actually being told in order to make people do good things only upon the earth. Because otherwise, what will happen? Charvaka philosophy, if you believe, as a pratyaksha pramanam only, if you believe, what will happen is that you, whatever is there, what you see from your eyes only real, and there is no rebirth. If you believe like that, what will happen? Who will do good things upon the earth? Because that is why only what they will be telling. What is called you take I could not get the thing is that runam krutva ghrutam pibet, like that they will be telling runam krutva ghrutam pibet. You take runam loan, you can take from some person, purchase ghee and eat it. That is a great thing because you need not give back also. Thing is that as long as your every movement is happy, that is fine. Be happy in upon this earth at the cost of other persons, no problem. Runam krutva ghrutam pibet, like that Charvaka will be telling. If you believe like that, and if you don't believe in Punarjanma, if you don't tell that the Punarjanma theory is given for 2 reasons. One is that this is one theory, because people have to do good things upon that. If people have the fear that if I do bad things, I may be going to born as a bad person, what will happen? Or I will be getting some bad things I will be getting in the future life. At least some people will be doing good things. But some goodness should be happening upon this world, because rhythm in the society has to be preserved. That is why only this karma theory. The second important thing is that here some people will be born very rich, some people will be born very poor, some people will be endowed with great qualities of merit, and some people will be having dull intellect will be there. How can you justify? Is God is discriminating people? People will be asking why some people are like that, some people are like this. So then what we will be telling? Punarjanma Siddhanta will be telling, in the previous birth you must have done something bad, that is why only you are like this. In the previous birth you have done great thing, that is why only even if you are a bad person you are enjoying like this. So this Punarjanma theory is for the purpose of making the people feel do good things only upon this earth. That is why the karma theory believes in Punarjanma. All Astika dharma darsanas are there. No, Astika darsanas, they believe in Punarjanma theory, they believe. So that is why Charvaka and all those persons, they don't believe. So here Punarjanma theory is there. Punarjanma theory is there precisely for this purpose. This is the first question. Second question is that why should we should do abdikas for pitrus? That is actually, and again this is Karmakanda Siddhanta. It is a belief that and once you are born again means there are different dehas they will be telling. That is called Bahya Deha. That is called, and again Karana Sharira, that is Sushma Sharira, Stula Sharira. Like that people will be telling that it is called differentiating bodies. The Stula Sharira will not go to Swargaloka. It is only a Sushma Sharira will be going to the Swargaloka. There are 5 or 6 types of those type of things are mentioned in Vedanta tests. There is one type of will be going to the Pitraloka. One will be going to the Swargaloka, like that. So here what will happen is that these persons will stay, the Pitraloka persons who have gone to the Pitraloka will stay for another 3 generations, because our progeny 3 generations are there. Till then they will be the Aditya, Rudra, Vasurupa, they will be there like that. So they will be there in that Rupa, they will be there. And they will be getting merged again into the gods, or again born, birth or whatever it may be. That is a different story. All these things you come across in Puranas or literature only we come across all these things, and not in Vedantin textbooks or Upanishad textbooks. These type of things will not be mentioned. So here actually this is purpose is that in order to say that you have to respect your parents. Otherwise, what will happen? Respect your parents. They believe it is a belief system. We have not seen it. Doesn't mean that it is not there, because everything we have not seen it. That is also there, no, because we have not seen everything. We have not seen upon this. Pratyaksha pramana is not always only pramana. There are different other pramanas are there. Different other pramanas, maybe rishis and all those persons must have seen all these things, visualized all these things. Veda pramana we are taking into consideration. And present day intellect may not be possible to visualize, because only thing is that and if you begin to concentrate, can you sit for one day at least as for meditation? Not possible for us. Maybe there are persons who used to sit for hundreds and hundreds of years like that until a Valmikam grows up over that person. To that extent, they were doing that tapas. If that sadhana is there for us, we may be seeing, we don't know, because we have not done that, and we could not visualize all those things, because just because we can't see with physical eyes from this type of environment, materialistic environment, we can't say that our rishis are something, what they are telling is wrong. Rishis must have visualized this by virtue of their tapas for thousands and thousands of years. If we are also to that extent, well, yes, then we can say no, nothing is there, no Pitraloka is there, no other loka is there, like that. But they must have visualized all these things. So belief system here, we believe those persons, great persons, because they have done those type of things. We have not done those type of things. We can't sit even for half an hour for meditation. Then how can we compare with the rishis? In that way only we have to understand this. This is what I can tell.
Here, I just want to add, there is a, maybe it is not in the Puranas or anything like that, I don't know. But then what they say is, why do we this abdikam is that we have taken this janma and we have relinquished so many janmas, and now today we are here. And today when we are having a good food, it is the abdikam performed by someone, and today we are having this food.
Yes, sir, that's correct.
This is also one thing. And today, if we are not having food, or if we are starving for whatever reason, then it is something that somebody is not doing it. It's only to.
Maybe, sir, correct, sir, correct. I agree.
Okay.
Maybe these are the things. Normally, all these things are. Even this type of things can't be believed. Also, it should be made to be believed by other persons, because in order to have some, what we can call, some sort of good things should happen in the society. For that purpose, this type of things are also. One more thing is that when we perform the abdikam, we will be giving again food to some people, giving some danam to some other persons. All these things are happening in that particular event. So that itself is a great event. That is also a good act only.
Yeah.
All these things will add up, because whichever activity we are doing, all these activities are involving what we can call some sort of dhanam is there in that, some sort of sacrifice is there in that, some sort of rigor of indriya nigraha and all this is, because at least up to 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock you are not taking any food on that day. There are some sort of called but shuddhi of the body also is there, no? That is why morning breakfast at least we don't take on that. So all these things are, many things are there for that. For that, rishis have invoked all these things. For common people, can't understand all the great concepts. So that let some karma kanda also they have put it. Karma kanda is also equally important. We can't disgrace or disregard or disrespect karma kanda, because it is equally important. That is why only 90% of Vedas are karma kanda and 10% only gnana kanda. No? It is also there. Both things are important only in the life.
The other question is how Ashwatthama will be future Brahma, though he has killed Upapandavas.
Yes, sir. That is also true. Yes, sir. Upapandi here, Ashwatthama actually is a angry person, to be frank. Angry person. He has killed Upapandavas. He has killed other persons also. Then he was actually Krishna. It says that he says that for another 3,000 of years, you will suffer like anything. Then, because when the buddhi is dawned upon you, then I will be bestowing you that future Brahmatvam I will be giving, like that. He promised like that. I think Mahabharata, I did not read the story, sir, because some other place maybe Markandeya Purana people tell that that is there in Markandeya Purana, but Markandeya Purana I read it, but this particular aspect I have not seen it, to be frank. But Mahabharata I did not find it. Where it is there, I don't know. Future Brahma, he is going to become the future Brahma. I did not find it. Maybe it is there in some Prati. It is there. Gita Press book I will be saying normally. Bandarkar book, it is there in Lipi. The Lipi is called it is called in the Devanagari script. It is there. For me, saying anything in a Telugu Lipi is great appealing for me. That is why normally I see Telugu Lipi, which is there in Gita Press book. In that book, I did not find it. Maybe some other book it may be there. I don't know. But still, but I know it because some person will be telling that he is going to become the future Brahma. But it is there in Puranas. It is there. Mahabharata, it is there or not? I don't know.
Okay. Which is more difficult of the two Uncha Vritti or Shiloncha Vritti, Mahodaya?
Both
Now
are
we
same, sir.
do only a representation of it in bhajan,
Uh,
Uncha Vritti. Yeah.
uh. Both are same only, sir. In my opinion, thing is that Shilo Vritti is actually you pick the grain. In Uncha Vritti, you pick the spike with grains. Both are same only because
Yeah.
in the field, whatever left out in the field is both will be left out. Maybe sometimes you take out everything, one or two spikes may be stuck to the fence. We don't know. Stuck to the fence and fallen down again. And then you pick it up. And maybe you may be getting a little more, you may be getting a little less, you may be getting.
Yeah.
That is there. Maybe the grain picking only, that has no
Yeah.
significance at all. Because
Right.
only here, Chilovrutti, Unchavrutti, whatever it may be, that has no spiritual significance. Spiritual significance is only he is picking the grain, one or two grains, and he is doing. So it is sometimes these type of things we have to understand as Arthavadas also. Because sometimes people will be discussing. And Mahabharata time, Dharmaraja's palace was touching to the sky. It doesn't mean that it will not touch the sky. Everything you can't take in that fashion. What you have to take is that it is Arthavada, as people tell it. Arthavada means if you don't do a small aspect, you believe it or not, Mahabharatam, Samagra Mahabharatam, like that, Pulala Ramachandra has written one book. And the book is actually, it is 1,000 shlokas are only it is there. Samagra Mahabharatam, like that it is there. 1,000 shlokas only has put it. And the entire Mahabharatam, 1 lakh stories, he has reduced to 1,000 and he has written. In that preface, he writes one thing. Thing is that sometimes we will be discussing something that normally we keep Uttariyam on our shoulder. If we keep the Uttariyam on the, sometimes after taking bath, whatever it may be, we keep that Uttariyam over the door, we keep it. If you keep it over the door, you go to the Raurava Narakam, you will go like that. It is mentioned. Doesn't mean that you don't go to Raurava Narakam. What he is telling is that that particular shloka only he has mentioned. If you want it, I can read out here. The book is there. Otherwise, not required. Thing is that here, Raurava Narakam you go means you don't go to Raurava Narakam because just because you have put your Uttariyam over that door. Here the significance is that don't do it. In order to tell that, they have told like that. It is called Arthavadas. So here also he is picking up the grain means doesn't mean that only what we have to understand is that he was not even going to the Bhikshavrutti. He was actually whatever little is available, he was doing, he was taking it out. In that way only you have to understand it. Not that each grain he was picking up and going there, food, not like that. Thing is that it is Arthavadas. Arthavadas, there are many stories will be having Arthavadas in order to make common people understand the significance of the what is the essence that is there in Vedanta, Vedas. That is why only this type of stories are actually small story maybe then the small story some are here and there some it is called masala has to be added, otherwise it will not look great. That is why the children also, if you want to tell the story only just like that, if you tell there is one person is there, he may not appreciate it. What you have to do is that make people understand it, add some masala here and there, that is called masala only. In that way we have to understand. Yes, sir.
So other question is, if everything is predestined, elders say,
Mm,
then will it mean even
mm,
bad deeds committed are also predetermined?
mm,
Is it due to Purva Karma
mm.
result?
Yes, sir. That is also a good question. That is also from Bhagavad Gita only we can understand it. Thing is that normally there are some people, even also there are some criticizers are there for Indian philosophy. particularly the persons like Romila Thapar, great persons only. Those persons will be normally, if Romila Thapar book, if you read it, Indian history, she has written a book. Great professor of Jawaharlal Nehru University. What she says is that the human mentality in India is actually predeterministic. It is actually it is actually what she tells is that people is not entrepreneurial. The person is not entrepreneurial because everything is predetermined. If everything is predetermined, in that mode only he will be there. And he is not an entrepreneurial person, cannot become, because the civilization as a whole will not be a progressive society like that, she has commented. So here for that purpose, thing is that it is actually everything is predetermined. Means here what you have to understand is that if you do punyam in this birth, again you will be born in a great you, that is called in the next birth also. What you will be doing is that you are born for in a good family. Good family means greater family where good environment is there for you to nurture your further spiritual growth. In that place only you will be born. If you are doing bad things and you are doing all bad things only and doing inflicting some harm to other persons, you will be born in such a place where you have to enjoy again what is called fruits of your previous birth. Sanchita karma, the Sanchita karma will be there along with you only. You have to do like that. That is there. But then because of this reason, you are doing bad things here also. This is actually, people tell that up to birth you have born like that. But doesn't mean that you can't attain greater things. Here, Bhagavad Gita very emphatically says that once you are born upon this earth, you are actually, as long as you are bringing all those things, Sanchita Karma and all this is, only birth is the determination for all this is. The environment in which you are born will be your, according to your Sanchita Karma and all this is, because this you are doing good things, bad things, you will be doing here this. But because here, if you concentrate on what is called meditation, dhyanam, all these things, and do karma yoga and all these things, what you, by virtue of all these things, sometimes, not only sometimes, all the times, it is your destiny. You can mold your own destiny. You can discard dharmena papan upanayati, like that. So if you do great dharma and all this is, your papam also getting diminished here. You are having a lot of sanchita papa karma is there for you, maybe assume like that. Lot of papam you are there, you are destined to be in this way only. Try to do great things, good things only. If you begin to do good things, they will be compensating the bad things. And ultimately it is actually like a currency only. It will be coming like bad things are there with you, and do more good things. A small line is there, a big line is there. You wanted to make it small. What you should do? That immersive story is there. No, the immersive story we come across, very great story. A small child was there, and one question was given by that mantri. What is that? I would like to make one person as a mantri. That person should make this line smaller one without touching it. Then many people saw it, and ultimately what they did was that a small line was there like that, and nobody was without touching the line, without erasing the line, you have to make it small. How to make it small? So this Timmarsu is there. No, Timmarsu is the mantri of Krishna Devaraya. What he did was that he drew a bigger line near to it. Then the small line, this line becomes small compared to that line. Like that, a lot of Sanchita Papa Karma is there for you. Then what you have to do is that you do more Punya Karmas here. Then try to reduce it. Then what will happen is that you are going to do greater things. And then by virtue of this, you get Chitta Shuddhi will be getting. Chitta Shuddhi will be leading to the Dhyana Yoga. When you are in the Dhyana Nishtha, Bhagavan will be giving you Buddhi Yogam. Then you will be going to the great person. That is the reason why only we come across stories of Panduranga Madhyam. This type of stories will be coming across. Why those stories are written? Panduranga Madhyam is written by Tanal Ramakrishna. There also the person will be doing all bad activities. Ultimately, he discards his father, mother, everybody. He goes there, he goes to the prostitute, comes back, and all this is. Ultimately, the Buddhi dawned upon him. Then he immediately prayed for his mother, father, and all this is. He put his head over their feet, and then he will be praying. Suddenly, what happened? Everything has gone. So here the thing is that all the Sanchita karmas can be discarded or can go out or fall out when you begin to do greater things. That is also there. That is why only you have that choice. The choice is there in this birth only you are having the choice. At the choice you can exercise that choice, because it is not actually a place where Bhuloka is not a place where it is not everything is predetermined. If everything is predetermined only, we agree it. But by virtue of your greater deeds, what you can do is that you can actually eliminate those type of things and you can go further. That is we don't believe in what we can call this type of theory. We don't believe. That is why only Bhagavad Gita, entire Bhagavad Gita, telling the entire Bhagavad Gita is that Uttishta Jagrata, like that only it will be telling. Ultimate aim of telling Bhagavad Gita is that the person who is actually tamoguna, the person who is in the totally tamoguna, like that person you have to wake him up. That is there. That is the right thing, please. You have to
Okay.
understand that way.
Right. Babu Garu, should we go to Pradhana and then have this question and answer session?
There are
Only
only
one, I
It's
think only
11
one
o'clock.
person is there, no, sir. Only one person has raised the hand. Saugandhi, madam, she has raised the hands. I think
There
that
are 3 questions in the chat box and 2 people, and these 2 people are, it takes time.
okay,
Okay.
okay, sir.
It's that's the reason I'm asking Babu Garu.
Okay, okay, sir.
Okay. Let us go for Pradhana then. Vishalashwar.
ॐ स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथ्वी शस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः अपुत्राः पुत्रिणः सन्तु पुत्रिणः सन्तु पौत्रिणः अधनाः सधनाः सन्तु जीवन्तु शरदां शतं सत्यं वद धर्मं चर स्वाध्यायान् मा प्रमदः सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः सर्वे जन सुखिनो भवन्तु स्वस्ति
ధన్యవాదములండి. Let us do జనగణమన. Pella Chitrababu garu.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे जय
Jai Hind. Okay, let us continue.
Yeah,
For
the
chat.
other questions in the chat box are పునర్జన్మ ఆత్మకేనా శరీరానికి కూడానా?
పునర్జన్మ ఆత్మకైనా శరీరానికైనా అని అంటున్నారు సార్. శరీరానికి లేదు కదా సార్, శరీరం పడిపోతుంది కదా, శరీరం పడిపోతుంది. దేహినోస్మిన్ యథా దేహే కౌమారం యవ్వనం జర తథా దేహాంతర ప్రాప్తి. దేహి అంటే లోపల ఉండే ఆత్మ మాత్రమే మరి వేరే భర్త తీసుకుంటుంది అని చెప్పేసి. పునర్జన్మ దేహం పడిపోతుంది, దేహం అయిపోయింది, అయిపోయింది సార్, అంతే. దేహంతో స్థూల దేహం కదా ఇది, స్థూల దేహం వెళ్ళిపోయింది.
Okay. The other question is how vyasti prarabdha works.
ప్రారబ్ధ కర్మ.
Yeah, and how is it there when individual's prarabdha is already existing?
ప్రారబ్ధ కర్మని ఏమంటారు అంటే ఇట్ ఈస్ a షూటింగ్ యారో అని చెప్తారు మనం. షూటింగ్ యారో మీన్స్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఆల్రెడీ ఎయిమ్డ్ అట్. అండ్ వన్స్ యూ రిమూవ్ ద వాట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ ద స్వింగ్ ను వదిలేసినటువంటి బాణం అనమాట. అది ఇట్ ఈస్ అబౌట్ టు హిట్, ఇట్ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ టు హిట్ యూ ఓన్లీ. సో ఇట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ షూటింగ్ యారో అంటారు అనమాట ప్రారబ్ధ కర్మను. ప్రారబ్ధ కర్మ యూ కాంట్, సంచిత కర్మ యూ కెన్ రెడ్యూస్ సంచిత కర్మ. వాట్ ఎవర్ సంచిత కర్మ ఈస్ దేర్, ఆ సంచిత కర్మ కెన్ బి reduced by virtue of doing greater good things. Sanchita papa karma can be reduced by doing greater good things. But whatever prarabdha karma is there, we have to what is called మనం దాన్ని అనుభవించాలి. We have to experience it only, because that is why only Ramana Maharshi was having that cancerous problem he was having, or some other great person will be having those problems, because it is actually prarabdha karma. It is actually karma. ఏం చెప్తారంటే ఒక బాణాన్ని వదిలేశారు. Once you remove the string of that bow, the arrow has come out already. It is going to hit you only. That already hit you. Once it has hit you, you have to actually experience it only. You can't avoid it. Prarabdha karma has to be experienced.
Okay.
Unlike Sanchita karma.
Babu garu,
Ah.
we have just forgotten about our test.
Oh,
That remaining questions, you put it in the email to
right.
Nagaraja Rao garu. He will take care of that.
Oh,
Yes, sir. We
Okay,
have planned a test today at 8 o'clock, and I don't want people to leave also.
right.
Uh,
Sorry, sir.
we will,
sir,
put
then
this
I will leave,
question
sir. Then I will take leave then.
Right.
I will. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you.
offline.
ధన్యవాదాలు.
Thank you so much, sir, and we look forward. We have a course on youth also. For
Yes,
youth
yes.
also, we have a course.
Yes, sir.
That also, on the same lines, but more of motivational. I will get in touch with you for that.
Sorry, sir. Okay, sir. Okay,
Yes,
thank
sir.
you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
నమస్కారం.
Okay,
ధన్యవాదాలు.
sir.
Now let us start the process of test. Now I will go and fetch the question paper.
Yeah.
And put it in the chat box. Everybody can see the chat box now.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Right. Yeah, it is placed in the chat box now.
Yeah, the question in paper is in the chat box. Click on that and please answer. Let me thank the people who have reminded. Otherwise, we were going with that Mahabharatam. It's a vast ocean. We can't come out. All of you got it? So put it in the group also.
I'm doing it.
There are 26 questions. And 26 minutes. Now it is 8:14 plus 26. 8:40 will close. హలో
సార్ నా లింక్ ఓపెన్ అవ్వలేదు.
వాట్సాప్ లో కూడా చూడండి.
వాట్సాప్ లో కూడా చూస్తాను.
మీరు మళ్ళీ మీరు స్విచ్ ఆఫ్ చేసి స్విచ్ ఆన్ చేసుకోండి, ఏదైనా చేయండి, ఓపెన్ అవుతుంది. మీ మొబైల్ స్విచ్ ఆఫ్ చేసి స్విచ్ ఆన్ చేసుకోండి, రీస్టార్ట్ చేయండి. అవుతుంది. నువ్వు ఎగ్జామ్ అవుతుంది, వెళ్ళచ్చు. సారీ.
All of you complete the exam and go. Take your time, don't worry. 20 minutes, 26 minutes are there. Don't be in a hurry to submit. Don't be in a hurry to submit. Don't be in a hurry to submit. You can go to advanced course only after you successfully complete this course. There will be advanced course after this. So There will be final exam on 1st. So all should attend that. Only practice test, you can take it later, but not final test. Final test has to be on that day, 6:30 to 8 o'clock. We will not put the final test paper in the group. All of you need to prepare for the exam, final exam. Okay, start closing now.
Exam at up to 8:35?
We thought 8:40.
Okay, then 5 minutes more.
All of you, please submit now. Okay, I think we are closing now. Okay. Okay, now again,
Yes.
Kaipa Rameshwara garu 23 out of 26. And of course, one more person is there. Manisha Joshila garu 24 out of 26. And another one or two people. Kamal Arora 22 and Venkateswarlu Marella garu 21. Manisha Rameshwara garu, Venkateswarlu garu, Kamal. 4 people, they have scored good. Of course, there is one person who got 26 out of 26. That is Sashgir Rao garu.
Good.
And another person is Kirti, 24 out of 26. There is
కైప రామేశ్వరరావు గారు ఏదో అడుగుతున్నారు.
మోదయ ల్యూనార్ ఇయర్ లో ఎన్ని ఇయర్లు ఉంటాయనేసి నేను అది రాంగ్ గా బుక్ చేసి, నాకు తెలుసు 60 సంవత్సరాలు అని తెలుసు, కానీ ప్రభావాది 60 సంవత్సరాల మధ్య సంకల్పంగా చెప్పుకుంటాం కదా, తెలిసి కూడా నేను బై ఓవర్ సైట్ ఐ పుట్ 55, అదర్వైజ్ ఐ వుడ్ హావ్ ఆల్సో గాట్ 24. Thank you.
Good.
How you prepared, sir? How you got?
Sir, just because I do the Sandhya Vandanam every day, I know the Sankalpam, and I have small knowledge in Jyotisham also. Thereby, I will be reading all these things. These Pravartakas actually, I have seen there are actually, according to Kashyapa, there are only 7 Pravartakas are there. But your answer has given different numbers. That's why I have got a doubt. I have to refer again.
I will check that.
Because according to Google also, Google of course we don't believe. There are 7 Pravartakas: Angirasudu, Bharadwajudu, Kashyapudu, Vasishtudu. There are 7 Pravartakas according to primary Pravartakas according to Kashyapa.
We will discuss that.
Okay,
correct answer is given, but if any change, I will let you know.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Dhanyavad.
And
Final test will be on first, sir.
Manisha ji.
Yeah, final
test is on first.
Is it all topics, sir? Only some topics, sir?
All topics. Total thoughts.
Final exam.
I have not attended Vedic mathematics because I have gone to Jodhpur at that time. I did not attend.
See the videos and learn.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Sir. Namaskar.
Manisha ji.
Dhanyavad.
Manisha ji.
Yeah. Just a minute. Yeah, she has to be unmuted.
She has to be unmuted. Okay. I will do that.
Yeah, you can talk.
Namaste, Andy.
Namaskaram Andy.
Today I did a silly mistake actually. And I was laughing like anything. Same thing as Kaipa Garu said, I too did the same mistake. Lunar, we know Shashtipurti, we know all 60 years, all that. Somehow got confused. And another one, I'm laughing for myself only, that degrees between sun and moon on Amavasya. I mentioned it as 0 degrees, but again, I clicked there. What happened is, I just wanted to go to next one. When I clicked on the same thing, it option got highlighted. That I didn't observe. That was just totally an unknown, an unexpected mistake. Yeah. But this 60 degrees, I suddenly got confused. So both silly mistakes only today, but otherwise the exam paper was good actually. Especially in Panchangam, there were so many questions where we had to think a lot. Little analysis was required. Ramayana was okay, no problem. So good paper, challenging paper, but again silly mistakes, sir.
Yeah. Good.
Okay, Kamalji also got good marks, 22 out of 26. How you prepared for this, Kamalji?
Yes, sir, just notes and taking notes and going through the videos. But for this particular question for distance, the wording was a bit confusing. It was saying distance, but it was showing degrees.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
So that was a bit confusing whether we had to go for degrees or we had to go for distances. So maybe that will be the
I don't know. Astronomy is
confusing thing.
always very, very, you have to be, little mathematics are also required in astronomy, lot of.
Yep.
Yeah. In fact, that is more important. Simple arithmetics and mathematics. Understanding of the degrees and names, names in English and Hindi correlation. That is also a problem. Okay, Venkateswar, how you prepared for this exam?
Just I was going through the listening and going through some of the materials.
Okay.
Yes. And today, as others happened, that Hora, the mark chesindi just ato it move aindi.
Actually, this is what this practice test is meant for. This kind of things only. You have to lock your answer. So
Right.
if you scroll down, the answer also will scroll up and down. So you'll have to lock your answer. This is the important thing.
I thought I have done it, but still it slipped. Other three, they really I don't know.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you can do a little research why they
Yes.
are wrong.
Yes.
And Shashikar Rao garu? Shashikar Rao garu, Rao.
వెళ్ళిపోయారా ఉన్నారా?
Kirti. These two students are old students. How they have prepared, I want to know.
సార్ నేను ఎంఏ అస్ట్రాలజీ పూర్తి చేసుకున్నాను సార్. తర్వాత పాత క్వశ్చన్స్ అందులో తప్పు రాసిన గురించి మళ్ళా తెలుసుకొని ప్రయత్నం చేశాను సార్ కరెక్ట్ రాయడానికి.
శశిరావు గారు.
అవును సార్.
That is highlighting. Where is he? పైన ఉంటారు. ఓకే, శశిరావు గారు పైన ఉంటారు. మీరు you didn't switch, Shashikar garu, can you switch on your video?
స్విచ్ ఆన్ చేసే ఉంది, ఇందాక కనపడ్డారు.
Video.
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
How many yogas are there? I couldn't get that question. What does it mean? There are yogas, Abhinav Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Raja Yoga, Jnana Yoga. Those are 4 yogas.
No. Here it is Panchangam. Panchanga yogas.
Yogam 2.
Oh, okay.
Okay, can you switch on your video, Rao Shashikar Rao garu? Leda? Okay. What about Kirti?
ಬರೋತಿದ್ರ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಲಿ?
Kirti garu is not there. She's busy with her children.
Yeah.
Okay, so good. Nice to interact with all of you. Shashikar Rao garu has come.
Yeah.
Please interact with him also. Shashikar Rao garu, you got 26 out of 26. How you got it?
సార్ నేను పాత పేపర్లు లాస్ట్ ఇయర్ వచ్చిన పేపర్లను మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి రివైజ్ చేసి తప్పు ఆన్సర్లను మళ్ళా కరెక్ట్ చేసుకుని ప్రయత్నం చేశాను సార్.
Okay. So you got some pre-course knowledge.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, that is at least you are preserving those things and again revising it.
Yes, sir. నేను కాపీ చేసి పెట్టుకున్నాను సార్. I got questions copied on the paper.
Okay. Thank you for taking so much of interest in Sanatana Dharma. Please, we request you also to spread this knowledge to others.
ధన్యవాదాలు సార్, తప్పకుండా.
Okay, anybody else wants to say anything?
Yeah, Hari Kumari garu, she has a question. So you can come on video, Hari Kumari garu.
Sir.
So you see, if always last time also you had this problem.
Yes, sir.
Once you submit, you will get your score in your email. You have to go to your email and then see. If you have not got your score in your email, then it means that you have not submitted your question paper properly.
Harikumar,
You try to do
Submit.
this.
actually,
Submit
no, immediately you'll get a screen. Na?
Images kuda vachini, sir.
Immediately you get a score where you click on that, you will get correct or wrong answers. Click on
No.
the score.
No. What her question
Sir,
is?
submitting submit button. I
Ah.
got the images also.
Okay.
That also I attended.
No. See, try to understand again. You have submitted, you will get the images, you will attempt the images also. Once you do this images, that images will go off. If it is, everything is okay, the images will go off. If it is reappearing, then you have to do it again, because there is some problem with this. You have not correctly identified the images. So once you do all these things correctly, then automatically the paper will get submitted and you will see your score also. So if you are
Now
not,
again I have to do.
you do it again. So always try to understand everyone. Of course, others have already understood. The images is also an important thing. Unless until you submit the images properly, you will not get your score. So to see the score, either you will get it in your email directly or on the screen, or if you are not getting it, you go to your email, whichever you have given. There the score will come. There is a mail that has been sent. Okay?
Now I have to do again.
Yeah, you have to do it. Last time also you had the same problem.
Yes.
I told you the same, that you have to do it again and then submit. Do that. This practice test is only meant for that. One is knowledge, the other one is how to take an online exam.
Okay.
Okay?
Krishna Prasad garu, you didn't submit. Why? Krishna Prasad.
Krishna Prasad garu. Some people have left the thing because they had urgent meetings and they left the place.
అది సబ్మిట్ అయిందా?
నమస్కారం సార్.
అయ్యిందా అంటే మీరు ఈమెయిల్ చూసుకోండి, మీకు స్కోర్ వచ్చింది అంటే సబ్మిట్ అయినట్టే.
నేను
అడగక్కర్లేదు.
సబ్మిట్ చేయలేకపోయాను, చేస్తున్నాను సార్ ఇప్పుడు.
రైట్. సో ఎవరన్నా ప్రశ్న మాది
మెయిల్ ప్రాబ్లం వచ్చిందండి, అందుకని అడిగాను.
కరెక్టేనండి. మీరు అడగడం తప్పు లేదు, కానీ మీకే తెలుస్తుంది. మమ్మల్ని అడగాలని కూడా
అయిందిలేండి, మార్క్స్ వచ్చాయి.
మరి ఇంకేమి, మరి ఎందుకంటే అడుగుతున్నారు అడిగే వచ్చిందా అని?
శశికళ గారు చెప్పండి, మీరు ఎలా ప్రిపేర్ అయ్యారు ఏంటి చెప్పండి.
నేనేం ప్రిపేర్ అవ్వలేదండి, అస్సలు ప్రిపేర్ అవ్వలేదు. రాశాను.
You're not giving a good example to others అండి.
నాకు కుదరలేదు.
మరి ఫైనల్ ఎగ్జామ్ కి తప్పకుండా మీరు ప్రిపేర్
చదువుదామని అనుకుంటున్నాను. అది కూడా నాకు మా భజన వాళ్ళందరూ రేపు పిక్నిక్ పెట్టారు, రానంటే వినటం లేదు.
పిక్నిక్ లో తయారవ్వండి.
దానికి కొంచెం నాకు హాఫ్ డే ఉంది చదువుకోవడానికి, చూస్తాను.
ఓకే,
మీరు
వాళ్ళతో డిస్కషన్ పెట్టుకోండి.
చెయ్యరు కదా? డిస్కంటిన్యూ చేయరు కదా?
డిస్కంటిన్యూ లేదండి, 3 months ఉండాలి.
ఉండాలా? అయితే పర్వాలేదండి, పాస్ అయితే చాలన్నమాట.
అవును, లేదు మంచి మార్కులు రావాలి.
మంచి మార్కులు తెచ్చుకుందాంలేండి. ఇంకా కొంత మెమరీ కూడా కొంచెం తగ్గింది అనమాట. చాలా 40 years తర్వాత చదవడం కదండి.
ఓహో, అంటే మీరు కంటిన్యూస్ గా ఏదో ఒకటి చదువుతూనే ఉంటారనుకోండి. భజగోవిందం మీరు ఇలా భజనలోకి వెళ్తున్నారు కదా.
అంటే నేను మామూలుగా ఈ పురాణాలు ఇవి చదువుతున్నాను. ఇంట్లో దేవుడి పూజలు, సౌందర్యలహరి ఇలాంటివే చదువుకోవడం తప్పించి పురాణాలు అవి నేను ఎక్కడా చదవలేదు. ఇప్పుడే మొదలు పెట్టాను.
ఓకే అండి, దెన్ షల్ వి క్లోజ్?
ఓకే, థ్యాంక్స్ అండి.
You are muted, Chittibabu garu. I don't know why.
Yeah, I personally did. Okay. All the best for all to prepare well for the final exam. The practice tests are over and you have understood how to take an online examination, and you can understand how neatly this exam is being conducted. We need not tell you, you need not tell us. You will know what your scores are. We know who has submitted. So anyway, all the best for everyone.
Okay. Thank
Okay,
you so
Thank you,
much,
sir.
everybody, for the participation, and wish you all the best. Bye.
thank you.